This week, we are focusing on common misspelled words and using better vocabulary to help students improve their writing skills. The goal is to expand children's vocabulary in writing so they can produce a better text. Word number 1 is incubate. The word incubate has two meanings. Firstly, incubate is when a bird sits on its eggs in order to keep them warm and bring them to hatching. For example, without a nest, it was impossible for the mother bird to incubate her eggs. Also, do you know pythons incubate the eggs by coiling their bodies over them? Secondly, incubate also means when you're developing an infectious disease before any symptoms appear. For example, the chickenpox virus will incubate in the body for several days before the patient experiences any symptoms. The word incubate is a verb. Word number 2 is marsupials. A marsupial is born incompletely developed and is carried and suckled in a pouch on the mother's belly. For example, a koala is a nocturnal, tree-dwelling marsupial mammal. A kangaroo is also a marsupial because it has a pouch. Word number 3 is exhilarated. To be exhilarated is be full of joy, happiness, and excitement. For example, the man felt exhilarated after completing world's highest bungee jump. Word number 4 is mystique. Another word for mystique is mystery. For example, there is a certain mystique about the ancient pyramids in Egypt. Don't forget the letter Q in the word mystique. Word number 5 is sceptic. A sceptic is someone inclined to doubt or question rather than just believe matters that are generally accepted. For example, a sceptic will not believe in spirits or ghosts. Be careful with the spelling of this word. In Australia, we spell sceptic with the letter C after the letter S. In America, sceptic is spelled with the letter K after the letter S. Since we live in Australia, we will spell sceptic with the letter C after the letter S. Word number 6 is circumstance. Another word for circumstance is situation. For example, an unexpected circumstance has caused me to change my travel plans. Word number 7 is decoration. When you decorate something, you make it pretty and colorful. For example, the house has lots of pretty decoration to get ready for the party. The word decoration is related to the word decorate. Word number 8 is principal. A principal is the head of a school. You can remember the spelling of this word by Mr. Powell is my friend and is also the school principal. Pal means friend. Word number 9 is principal. This is the homophone for word number 8, which has the same pronunciation but with different spelling and meaning. Principle with P-L-E means a theory or an idea. For example, the principle of charity and being kind to those less fortunate is a major part of Christianity. Word number 10 is wilderness. A wilderness is a neglected or abandoned area. For example, the garden had become a wilderness of weeds and bushes. Can you see the word wild in the word wilderness? Word number 11 is hatchet. A hatchet is a small axe with a short handle for use in one hand. For example, you need to cut the shrubs with a hatchet. Can you see the word hat in the word hatchet? Word number 12 is reliable. If you are a reliable person, it means you can be trusted. For example, Lisa Simpson is honest and reliable compared to her brother, Bart Simpson. Word number 13 is amusement. Amusement is the state of finding something funny or the enjoyment of entertainment. For example, we looked with amusement at the wild animals. Word number 14 is lazily. Another word for lazily is slowly. For example, the wizard lazily used his magic to wash the dishes. The word lazily is related to the word lazy. Drop the letter Y from the word lazy and add I-L-Y. Word number 15 is spectacular. Another word for spectacular is beautiful. For example, the fireworks display was spectacular to watch. Word number 16 is scholar. A scholar is a person who is highly educated or has an aptitude for study. For example, a library can attract thousands of scholars and researchers. Word number 17 is vital. Another word for vital is important. For example, it is vital to eat healthy foods every day. This means it is important to eat healthy foods every day. Word number 18 is significant. Another word for significant is important or vital. For example, with a significant amount of complaints, the restaurant was forced to shut down. If you break the word significant up, it becomes sign if I can't. Interesting, isn't it? Word number 19 is excessive. The word excessive means more than is necessary or normal. For example, Garfield was eating excessive amounts of chocolates. Don't forget there are two S in the word excessive. Word number 20 is paucity. The word paucity is the opposite of the word excessive. It means small amount. For example, William did not have enough milk to drink because Elizabeth left only a paucity of milk in the cup. Word number 21 is hierarchy. A hierarchy is a system in which members of society are ranked according to status or authority. It's a social scale or class system. For example, in a traditional family, members follow a hierarchy where grandparents receive more respect than children simply because they are the oldest. Don't forget the letter E in the word hierarchy. Word number 22 is ambulance. An ambulance is a vehicle which takes sick or injured people to and from hospital, especially in emergencies. For example, we called an ambulance because the man had a heart attack. Word number 23 is apartment. A newly built flat is normally called an apartment. An apartment consists of rooms to form one residence. For example, many people live in an apartment in the city because of limited space available to build houses. Word number 24 is coyote. A coyote is a wolf-like wild dog native to North America. For example, I was attacked by a coyote during my stay in the wild. Word number 25 is doctor. A doctor is a person who is qualified to treat people who are sick. For example, Mum took me to the doctor when I had a high temperature. Be careful with the spelling of this word. The word doctor ends with T-O-R, not T-E-R. Word number 26 is tissue. The word tissue has two different meanings. Firstly, people use a tissue to wipe their mouth. In this context, tissue is a soft piece of paper. Secondly, a human, animal, or plant tissue is a cell. For example, each muscle in your body is composed of muscle tissue, and that muscle tissue is what gives us the strength to move. There are two S in the word tissue. Word number 27 is intentional. The word intentional means deliberate or done on purpose. For example, the boy broke his friend's toy and it was intentional. This means the boy broke his friend's toy on purpose. Word number 28 is decade. A period of 10 years is called a decade. For example, the prisoner was locked in a jail for a decade. Word number 29 is century. A period of 100 years is called a century. For example, a century ago, most people walked to work. Word number 30 is millennium. A period of 1,000 years is called a millennium. For example, the year 2000 saw the end of another millennium. Be careful with the spelling of this word. There are two L and two N in the word millennium. This brings to the end of our spelling list 32. Keep practicing and good luck in your spelling test.